Namaste all. Welcome to BVR webinar with BVR webinar series. Today we will start our session with the prayer. Uh, we have Dr. Emma Ralapalli from Sikandrabad. She will render the prayer. Madam.
Thank you, madam. हे सरस्वती भगवती माँ वरदायिनी नमो नमः। हे सरस्वती भगवती माँ वरदायिनी नमो नमः। वंदना के मृदुल स्वरों में भक्ति भाव अर्पित करे। वंदना के मृदुल स्वरों में भक्ति भाव अर्पित करे। स्वीकार हो तव चरणों में, स्वीकार हो तव चरणों में पुष्पांजलि अर्पित करे। पुष्पांजलि अर्पित करे। सुप्रवसना पद्म आसना, सुप्रवसना पद्म आसना वीणावादिनी नमो नमः। वीणावादिनी नमो नमः। हे सरस्वती भगवती माँ वरदायिनी नमो नमः। हे सरस्वती भगवती माँ वरदायिनी नमो नमः। Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very nice song. Thank you for bringing a lot of positive vibes. Now I welcome Dr. Satya Peri sir, our resource person, who is Jyotish Visharada from Indian Council of Astrological Sciences and received his PhD from Jyotish Vishwavidyapeeth, Omkareshwar. He has been teaching Vedic astrology for the last 18 years at ICA Sikandrabad. He received the titles like Jyotish Kovid, Jyotish Vachaspati, and Jyotish Kalamani. So let's welcome Dr. Satya Peri sir. Sir, please unmute yourself.
Good morning, all. So, presentation. So, is it visible my presentation to all of you? Yeah. Is it
Yes.
visible my presentation, all of you?
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
Right. See, the topic is life path planet. It is totally connected with the concept Bhavat Bhavam. So, Bhavat Bhavam is the concept behind this life path planet, which I'm going to talk about today. But I will definitely bring this Bhavat Bhavam uh, in a different perspective. What we know and what I'm going to talk today will definitely make some difference to you and utilized this concept, which is definitely lesser utilized in our astrology. So Bhavat Bhavam literally meaning house of house, and it is another useful but lesser used technique. Very rarely we use the technique. At least only the seniors and stalwarts may be using it, but generally astrologers are not using this technique. So, for example, what is this house of house? The house of house is an example that fifth house is a house of higher education, children, divine intelligence, creativity. One. So there's an example. The fifth house is a house of higher education, and it also talks about children, divine intelligence, creativity, center sage, etc. So in its detailed analysis, the fifth house is counted from the fifth house, that is the ninth house, which represents creativity of creativity. So to get a complete picture of the results possible from the fifth house, we need to see the power of the ninth house. So we have to see the how the ninth house is posited, and whether it is having any benefic aspects, malefic aspects, where is the ninth lord posited, what planets position in the ninth house, etc., etc. You have to see. So all aspects of the personality are interlinked, and some more than others. So the position of the ninth house will add power to fulfilling the potentials of the fifth house. So if there are planets placed in the ninth house, as I told you, it becomes even more important to examine this house of house for the fifth house results. If the fifth house results are to be judged, then ninth house need to be judged along with it, and then finally you have to give the results of the fifth house, whether they are going to be positive or negative, or how much positive, what is the percentage, etc. Now, see, here is the Bhavad Bhavam. See, first house, the Bhavad 1 to 1 is always the first house. But 2 to 3, the second house is Taurus, and 2 to 3, 2 to 2, that is second house to second house is the third house. It is, the third house. Third house, then you take the third house, third to third is fifth. And if take fourth house, fourth to fourth is the seventh, fifth to fifth is the ninth, sixth to sixth is the 11th. And again, it repeats, 7 to 1 is the seventh, first house. 8 to 8 is third house, 9 to 9 is fifth house, 10th to 10th is seventh house, 11th to 11th is ninth house, 12th to 12th is 11th house. This is how the Bhavad Bhavam comes. I think the table shows the relationship. The first house. For the second house, third house lord is the third house is the Bhavad Bhavam. For the third house, fifth house is the Bhavad Bhavam, and so on. Now, to illustrate the usage of the above concept, let us consider a few examples. So, for example, say a person is in the ninth lord dasa or bhukti, and that lord is not connected to any child factors, but still that ninth lord's dasa or bhukti can still give children, as the ninth from ninth house is the fifth house. So that is how Bhavad Bhavam concept is to be used. Likewise, say a person is in the dasa or bhukti of sixth lord, and sixth lord is not connected to any manner the titles means promotion, the designations, etc., promotions and powerful positions indicated. So sixth, but he can still give rise in career and yield the person a title, because 6 to 6 is 11th house, and 11th house indicates the titles and income. Okay, so of course sixth bhava is the daily work of a person does, and it is an ardhasthana. So sixth bhava indicates the daily work a person does. Like all of us, what we do our daily work, sixth house indicates, and it is also one of the ardhasthana. 2, 6, 10 are ardhasthanas. So whenever sixth bhava gets activated, the amount of work a person has to do increases twofold. So the increase of workload is what gets them more income, more money, more titles, etc. So this is how the Bhavadvam concept is to be used. Now, the houses 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 are Bhavat Bhavam for other houses. So here the aspects of our personality, here aspects means the events in our person, the personality traits, like link deeply with each other across houses. So the houses 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 are Bhavad Bhavam for other houses, and the aspects of our personality link deeply with each other. So first house obviously indicates our own personality, but is also the Bhavad Bhavam for the seventh house. So also indicate the partners in a deeper way. Indicate the partner in a deeper way. So thus the importance of our partnerships, spouses, and the ideas we've added to. All these things are can be important for Bhavat Bhavam first and seventh. So these are completely linked to our own personality. So if we get a complementary ally in every aspect of our life, we can achieve even greater heights. So it's a misconception that this seventh house represents just the husband and wife. So normally what we see, seventh house represents an house, husband or wife, that is spouse, and just a partner kind of thing. But there are so many things what we can actually infer from the seventh house. It represents our mirror, the idea, person, the alliance, the partnership, contract, the deity, the sadhana, which balances our personality. All these things can be uh, seen from the seventh house. So, just not spouse or partner, we can see so many things like sadhana, deity, etc., partnership, contract, person, personality, everything we can know from the bhavat bhavam for the first bhavam, that is seventh house. So, we need to look into the deeper spiritual, emotional, and psychological cues rather than the limited physical values when we are analyzing the chart. So what can we see from the seventh house? Not just materialistic things, but also the spiritual, emotional, and psychological clues from the seventh house. Now let's go to third house in the Bhavat Bhavam houses 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So third house. It shows the siblings, neighborhoods, traits, communication, boldness in life, confidence as a matter of routine. So third house, these are the karkatwas indicated in anybody's horoscope. But it is the Bhavat Bhavam for second house and also eighth house too. Third house, Bhavat Bhavam is the second house, Bhavat Bhavam, and also eighth house. So, which means eighth to eighth is third house. So, it adds to our resources, treasures, and our share in the family assets. So, it naturally shows our extended family and cousins too. So, you can not only the above Karakatwas, the other Karakatwas like extended family, cousins, etc., also can be seen and identified from this. So, finally, it shows our courage, confidence. Third house shows our courage, confidence in matters related to transformations indicated by the eighth house. So eighth house is for transformation. So those transformation what are indicated can be seen in the third house. Having a good placement in the third house elevates the quality of the chart. So a good planet, if is placed in the third house, that elevates the quality of the chart. So this we will cover again in this presentation in the maybe last but one slide or something like how third house is important in the horoscope. Now the fifth house. Fifth house is the house of creativity. Just now we discussed in the beginning. So divine inspiration and intelligence. These are the some of the karkatwas denoted by the fifth house. It is also the bhavat bhavam for third and ninth house. Third to third is fifth, and ninth to ninth is fifth house. So the third house is of house of trade, confidence, boldness, and intelligence of communication, parakram. So the fifth house shows the deep confidence which one develops when one practices boldness as a matter of routine. So it is nothing but practicing, continuous practicing. So third house is a house of practical knowledge which we use in our daily life. So when we do regular practice, we develop an intelligent confidence in ourselves. So this practice can be anything, being a car mechanic to a spiritual aspirant. So anything we practice will definitely make us confident in doing that. So ninth house is now our ancestors, peers, patrons, and paternal figures. So ninth house indicates ancestors, peers, patrons, and paternal figures. So these elders are the foundation of our life. So whatever they have given us, whatever they have taught us, that is our foundation in one way or the other. And the fifth house either will add more power to their influence. Already the ninth house actually has got some foundation to us. So this fifth house will add more power to that foundation of whatever knowledge we have, whatever traits we have, or allow us to be a foundation to others, or we ourselves can become a foundation to others. So that is how the fifth house bhavat bhava need to be considered. Now the seventh house. Seventh house indicates partnerships balance. It is almost like the lagna first house what we have seen. So this is the bhavat bhavam for the fourth house, which indicates security, comfort, and emotions. Fourth to fourth is the seventh house. Okay, it is bhavat bhavam for fourth house. It also linked to the 10th house. So 10th to 10th is seventh house. So strong planets here allow us to experience the aspects of our life indicated by the fourth and 10th lord. So it is the Bhavat Bhavam fourth house as well as 10th house. In Indian traditions, the husband or wife is chosen from the same traditional culture, which is depicted by the fourth house. Normally, the people, they select their bride or bridegroom from the same community, same family, same language kind of thing, because so many of cultural uh, problems. Otherwise, what happens is there will be some cultural problems, understanding problems. So that is why they choose from the same tradition, same culture. So a better synergy between these two houses, fourth and seventh houses, will naturally contribute to a better emotional stability and environment in the home. So bhavat bhavam, fourth to fourth is seventh, fourth house, fourth to fourth, seventh house. So now the 10th is basically the position in the society that we enjoy by our own efforts. So if our business, our partnerships, and our personal life, if doing well, then it will directly contribute to our position in the society. If we are doing well, that means if we are culturally sound, financially sound, business wise sound, then that shows our capability and our position in the society. It will be seen from the 10th house. So that is how the bhavat bhavam, seventh to fourth to seventh house, and seventh to seventh house, that is 10th house. That is how it is indicated. Ninth house, it is the bhavat bhavam for the fifth house as well as 11th house. So 11th house, okay. The auspiciousness of the ninth house is the creativity of the fifth house. So similarly, ninth house adds to the luck and the sources of gain represented by the 11th house. So the ninth house is all our seniors, the ones who have been there before us, paternal figures, peers, teachers, ancestors, and those things which help us build our foundation in life. So all those things are connected to ninth house, which help us to develop or build our foundation. If these are strong in our chart, naturally they will strengthen our 11th house too. 11th house is what? Desires. 11th house is fulfillment of desires. Fulfillment of desires. So if the foundation is strong, then our desire will be fulfilled. Now, 11th house. 11th house is the source of gain, luck, like-minded groups we cultivate, etc. So it talks about sources of gain. What do you mean by gain here? Somebody is working, so if he gets an increment, if gets an reward, so they all come under gains, but not salary. What they get is again connected to 10th house. So and fulfillment of desire also indicated by the 11th house, which is also uh, important. So like-minded groups, 11th house also indicates friends, nothing but like-minded people. So we have friends. 11th house indicates the friends. Then this is the bhavat bhavam for the 6th and 12th. For 6 to 6 is 11th house, 12th to 12th is 11th house. Okay, 6th from 6th means that it represents the dissolution of debts, enemies, diseases, servitude, bondage, and losses. Thus, this adds to our gains. So, dissolution of debts, dissolution of enemies, dissolution of diseases, dissolution of servitude, dissolution of losses will add to our gains. And counted from 12th also means it is the dissolution of dissolution. So, strong planets placed in the 11th counter the negative effects of 6th and 12th houses of turmoil. That means, out of the three Dustanas, two of them will be taken care. How? If a strong planet pushed in the 11th house, it is the 11th to 11th, sorry, 12th to 12th for 12th house, and 6 to 6 is the 11th house for 6th house for these two. So hence we consider 11th house is very important in analyzing horoscope. This is what I was talking to you. The third house is also important, and 11th house is also important in a horoscope. So a good benefic like Jupiter, if placed here, elevates the quality of the horoscope, granting protection from several situations in life. So now we all knew that having a strong third house and a strong 11th house is important as it provides a buffer against the life problems. So I think that now we know the exact reason why. Because see, 11th house will be the 12th from 12th and 6th from 6th. Third house is 8th from 8th. So these, if these two houses have got strongly well placed in the horoscope, they can counter 6, 8, 12 houses, Dustanas. That is what the important. So that is how Bhavat Bhavam is going to play an important role in our horoscopes. That is why our sages, our elders, and the classics told us that third house need to be strong and 11th house needs to be strong. This is the one major reason. Now, so before we jump into further exploration of the Bhavatvama concept, I want to bring your attention another concept as described, which is relevant to which is our topic, today's topic. A simple little technique to use in Dasa. I found this technique to work like pure magic. Really, I can show you two live examples whom have contacted me through my students. So and then prove this concept in their lives. So there are so many two. I'm just giving you two of the horoscopes live, but there are so many people who contacted, and I checked this concept in their horoscope and proved to be excellent. So it is nothing but bhavat bhavu applied to the dasas and lagna. So I'm applying this concept to dasas as well as lagna for a horoscope, any horoscope. For Aries lagna person, Mars who rules Aries, he is the first bhava, will help them find their life path. Here bhavat bhavam is what? One to one, first house to first house. He is the first house, and the lord of the first house is Mars. So, for all Aries Lagna people, the transformation in their life will always come in the Dasa, Antardasa, Prachantardasa, Sukshmantardasa, whatever it is connected to Mars. For a Taurus Lagna person, Mercury, that is Bhavat Bhava for Taurus, is second to second, that is a third house. Third house is in the natural zodiac is Gemini. The Lord of Gemini is Mercury. So for all Taurus Lagna people, Mercury, who rules their second bhava, will help them find their life path because he's the second and fifth Lord also. But Bhavat Bhavam concept is being used like this. The Taurus Lagna person, the Bhavat Bhava second house from his Lagna is Mercury, like Lord is Mercury. So everything is related. He reinforces the life of the native. So everything, whatever is being done, transformation, good or bad, will take place in the Dasa, Antardasa, Prachantardasa of Mercury. And it is so on. Let us see in the table in the next page. Now see, for Aries Lagna, 1 to 1, Mars is the Lord, and he is the reinforcement life path planet for Aries Lagna. Similarly, Taurus, Mercury reinforces the life of the native, so he is the life path planet for Taurus. For Gemini, Sun is the life path planet. For Cancer, Venus is the life path planet because from Cancer, fourth to fourth, the seventh Lord. Seventh is Libra in the natural zodiac. So, seventh Lord, Venus is the life path planet for Cancer. Leo, life path planet is Jupiter because fifth to fifth. So, Sagittarius is the ninth house in the natural zodiac. So, Jupiter will be the life path planet. Similarly, for Virgo, Saturn is the life path planet because 6 to 6, the 11th house, Aquarius. And Libra, Mars, because 7th to 7th is the first house. So Mars is the life path planet. Scorpio, 8th to 8th, it is the 8th house in the natural zodiac. So if it is Scorpio Lagna, 8th to 8th, from Scorpio, 8th house is Gemini. So the Lord is Mercury. He is the reinforcement planet and also called life path planet. For Sagittarius, again, ninth to ninth is Sun. For Capricorn, 10th to 10th is Venus. For Aquarius, 11th to 11th is Jupiter. And for Pisces, 12th to 12th is Saturn. Right. I hope the concept you understand. Understand the concept. Now, You see here, there are two tables. One first table, which I've already shown you. Okay. And the second table is, first table, bhava, bhavam, and relationship. Bhava, bhavam, and relationship. Second table, just now I showed you, is the Rasi or the Lagna. You can take it as planet that reinforces their life path and relationship between Rasi and planet. First Rasi, the first Lord is the life path planet. For the second Rasi, third Rasi Lord, third Lord is the life path planet. For the third Rasi, fifth planet is the fifth house Lord is the life path planet, and so on. That is what actually I am trying to show here in this particular two tables. Now let us see. If we look at the table 2, we will see that a lot of interesting things emerging apart from the concept of bhava. From table 1 of part 1, the seventh bhava gives the results of the first bhava. See, I just go back and show you. See, table 1, part 1. So this is what. So what it is saying? The seventh bhava gives the results of the first bhava. In table, the first bhava gives the results of the first bhava. You see, here the first bhava gives the result of the first bhava. For seventh bhava also, it is giving the first bhava result. Now, even the first house appears once from any given house in this case. You see, here in this, first house appears once here, third house, fifth house, seventh house, ninth house, 11th house, and 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 have repeated. See here, by the bhavat bhava, these 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 houses repeated. So, however, we follow this train of thought, we will see in the column 3 of table 1, there is no recurrence of bhava 2, 4, 6, 8 using the bhava bhava concept. You see, there is no recurrence 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Okay, but here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So that is what? No recurrence of second bhava or fourth bhava or sixth bhava or eighth bhava from any house. That's a question. So in column 2 of table 2, we will find planets Mars, Mercury, Sun, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn recur twice. Just go back and see. Here, Mars is the first one, Mercury, Sun, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn. Again, same 6 planets are repeated. Mars, Mercury, Sun, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn. So Moon is missing here. Here, 2, 4, 6, 8 are missing. Here, planet Moon is missing. That's what the observation you have to make from these two tables. So 1, 5, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 repeated or occur twice. Similarly, planets Mars, Mercury, Sun, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn in the same order recurred twice. From table 2, part 2, you will see that the same planet helps the opposite axis of Rasis for their life path. Mars is helping Aries as well as Libra Lagnas. Let's go back and see once again in the table. Aries Lagna, Mars is helping. For Libra Lagna also, Mars is helping. Taurus Lagna, Mercury is helping. For Scorpio Lagna, Mercury is helping. For Gemini Lagna, Sun is helping. For Sagittarius is also, Sun is again helping. For Cancer Lagna, Venus is helping. Whereas in Capricorn, Venus is helping. For Leo, Jupiter is helping. For Aquarius, Jupiter is helping. For Virgo, Saturn is helping. For Pisces, Saturn is helping. That is what I talked about here. So Mars helps Aries in Libra Lagna. Mercury helps Taurus and Scorpio Lagnas. Sun helps Gemini and Sagittarius. Venus is helping both Cancer and Capricorn Lagnas. Jupiter is helping Leo and Aquarius Lagnas. And Saturn helps Virgo and Pisces Lagnas. This is another interesting pattern. So there are 3 interesting patterns we have seen. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 repeated. 7, 9, 11 houses repeated in the Bhavat Bhavam. And what is that? Mars, Mercury, Sun, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn, they repeated for 2 Lagnas. From 1 to 6, whatever planets are helping, then 7 to 12, the same planets are helping in the same order. Okay. Now, further, Mars and Venus, who happens to rule one set of calendar. This you have to listen carefully, understand. So for Mars and Venus, who happens to rule one set of Kendras, first and seventh, right? Go back. Go back in the chart, you will understand. See, Mars is ruling the first house. I am only talking with reference to the natural zodiac. So it is helping Aries Lagna and it is also helping Libra Lagna, which means this is the first house, this is the seventh house. But the same Mars and Venus, you see the fourth house, Cancer. Venus is helping here, and in the seventh house here, 10th house, again Venus. Mars is helping 1 and 7. Venus is helping 4 and 10. That is what I am trying to say in the point. In this point. Further, Mars and Venus, who happen to rule one set of Kendras and one set of Panafaras. Actually, what are they helping? One set of Panafaras mean second house. Second house and eighth house solely help the Kendras 1, 4, 7, 10 of the natural zodiac. What do you mean by that? Let's go back and see the table again. So the point is this: who happens to rule one set of Kendras 1, 7 and one set of Panafara houses 2nd and 8th. Okay, they are helping Kendras 1, 4, 7, 10 of the natural zodiac. Mercury and Jupiter, who rule the natural Apollo Kima. In the natural zodiac, 3rd and 6th lord is Mercury, and 9th and 12th lord is Jupiter. So then they are helping natural Panafaras 2, 5, 8, 11 Lagnas of the natural zodiac. Let's go back and see. See, in the natural zodiac, the second house lord is Venus, the eighth house lord is Mars. Correct? That is what the point. See, they are first house lord and seventh house lord are Mars and Venus. Similarly, they are the second house lord and eighth house lord respectively. So, who are the lords of 1 and 7, 2 and 8 are actually helping 1, 4, 7, 10 Lagnas in the Bhavat Bhavam as life path planet or life reinforcing planets. Okay. Similarly, Mercury and Jupiter, who are the 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12 are apoklimas. So they are being apoklimas, helping 2, 5, 8, 11 Lagnas. So let us see the table now, we understand clearly. See here, the second house. They are the third lord is helping the second house. Okay, then what is that? 3, 6, 9, 11 are helping 2, 5, 8, 11. So what is the 5? 5 fifth house is Leo. Here is Jupiter. And fifth house it is Jupiter, and eighth house again here Mercury, and 11th house Jupiter. See, that is how they are helping in Bhavat Bhavam in the Dasa. So I hope the concept is clear. Mercury and Jupiter, who rule the natural apoklimas 3, 6, 9, 12 in the natural zodiac, they help to reinforce the life of the native in the name of life path planet for the 2nd, 5th, 8th, and 11th Lagnas in the natural zodiac. Similarly, Sun, who rules the Panafara 5th house, and Saturn, who rules the Kendra and Panafara 11th house of natural zodiac, solely help the Apoklima Lagnas 3, 6, 9, 12 of the natural zodiac. So, Sun, Saturn, both of them are helping. Just go back and see the table. Sun. Sun is the third house. So, is the third lord helping the 5th house. So, 5th house comes under Panafara. Then Saturn, you take Saturn is the 6th, helping the 11th house to become life path planet. So for the 6th house, 11th being 11th lord for the 6th Rasi. So and then uh, again Mercury, no, again Saturn. Saturn is again to the 11th house. So 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. The 3 is Mercury, 6 is Saturn, 9 is again Sun, 12 is again Saturn. So that is what the concept. I hope you understand the concept. Sun who rules the Panafara 5th house and Saturn who rules the Kendra and Panafara, they are helping solely as life path planet for the 3rd, 6th, 9th, and 12th lagnas in the natural zodiac. There is a lot to contemplate here for all of us. So there are so many observations and different types of patterns which are very interesting to us. I have covered in this. As a consequence, Mars and Venus, Mercury and Jupiter, Sun and Saturn, they emerge as pairs. So this is how these are pairs. Whether they are enemies or friends, that is secondary, but they are pairs. So in many systems of astrology, these planets are very closely related. Just a minute. Now, however, if we follow this train of thought, we will see the column 3 of table 1 that there is a recurrence of bhavas 2, 4, 6, and 12. There is no recurrence of bhavas 2, 4, 6, 8 using the bhava bhava concept. So let us see that. The second bhava is a natural sign of Taurus, that is the exaltation Mula Trikona point of sign of moon. So the fourth bhava is a natural sign of Cancer. It is the own house of moon where Jupiter's exaltation takes place and Mars debilitation takes place. The eighth bhava is a natural sign of Scorpio where moon is debilitated. And the sixth house is very interesting in one of these patterns. Six is the natural sign of Virgo where Mercury, the child of moon, gets exalted and has his Mula Trikona position too. Interestingly, Venus, who rules the exaltation sign of moon, goes into debilitation in the sixth house of Virgo. So it gets even more interesting if we examine some of the indications of these bhavas. But anyway, I leave it to the audience and participants to explore further on this concept. So I have talked to you so many new patterns and new observations in this. Number one, I told you the observation 1, 3, 5, 7, 11 bhavas have been repeated in bhavat bhavam. 2, 4, 6, 8 are not at all not at all considered in the bhavat bhavam, those houses. Number two, the planets Mars, Mercury. Let's go back to the table. Mars, Mercury, Sun, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn. Repeated Mars, Mercury, Sun in the first six bhavas and the next six bhavas. Whereas Moon is not at all discussed or anywhere in the list. So now, apart from that, what we observed, Mars and Venus, who are happens to be the lords of first lagna in the natural zodiac, first house and seventh house, second house and eighth house, happens to be the reinforcement planets of all Kendras 1, 4, 7, 8. And Mercury and Jupiter, who are the lords of third, sixth, 9, 12 houses, lagnas. Okay, they help to reinforce the second lagna, fifth lagna, eighth lagna, and 11th lagna from the natural zodiac. Then Sun, who rules the Panafara fifth house, Saturn, who rules the Kendra and Panafara 10th and 11th houses, are actually helping the Apoklima house lagnas, 3, 6, 9, 12 lagnas, to reinforce their life path of they become the life path planets for those things. So that is how they are emerged as Mars and Venus, Mercury and Jupiter, and Sun and Saturn as pairs. So apart after that, then we also notice that second bhava, which is not talked about in bhava bhavam, that's where the planet which is not talked about, moon, is exalted and has got his Mula Trikona sign. The bhava lord, second bhava lord Venus, he happens to be debilitated in the sixth house, where the son of moon who gets exaltation Mula Trikona sign, and Fourth house is the house which is the house of Moon's own house, and that's where Mars is debilitated and Jupiter is exalted. Another point is sixth house where uh, Moon is debilitated. That is a Scorpio, and it is debilitated. The sixth house, sorry, eighth house is that is in Scorpio, and sixth house where the the child of Moon will getting exalted and has his Mula Trikona sign. So this is how the points that are identified or observed when we are talking about Bhavatvam. I hope you appreciate the observations and request you to observe further on this concept. Okay, now natural relationship of the planets helping the lagna with respect to the uh, planets helping the lagna with respect to the lagna. Okay, here column 1 that is Aries Taurus Central. Column 2 also because these are the planets which are reinforcing or becoming the life path planet for those lagnas or rasis. Okay, and now for Aries lagna, Mars, which is reinforcement of life path planet, is also a friend because that is the lagna, that is the lord of that house. Taurus, Mercury is a friend because Taurus lord is Venus. Venus and Mercury are friends. For Gemini, Sun is a friend, and for Cancer, Venus is a neutral. For Leo, Jupiter is a friend, and for Virgo, Saturn is neutral. For Libra, Mars is neutral. For Scorpio, Mercury is enemy. For Sagittarius, Sun is friend. For Capricorn, Venus is friend. For Aquarius, Jupiter is neutral. For Pisces, Saturn is neutral. This is natural relationship of the planet helping the Lagna with respect to the Lagna Lord. So when you look at the Lagna Lord and a free life path planet, both of them either friends or neutral. Only Scorpio, Mercury, and the Lord of that house is Mars. Both are enemies. That is what I'm trying to put across here. Now, let's go to the next slide. Now, here you see, except Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Leo Lagnas, the planets that help reinforce the life path of the remaining 8 Lagnas are all either evils or Maraka houses. Just go back and look at it. For Aries, Mars is the Lagna Lord, 1. And then Leo, Jupiter is a friend. For Sagittarius, Sun is a friend. For Capricorn, Venus is a friend. See, except that these houses, except these houses. So Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Leo Lagnas, either evil or okay. Here, even for Taurus Lagna, he is a friend, Mercury. Okay. Now, I have treated Mars as an auspicious planet for Aries, though he is having 8th lordship. So anyway, right now I am not considering that I am downplaying that 8th lordship for the time being. So Aries is Mars Mola Trikona sign and Sun's exaltation point and Saturn's debilitation point. So anyway you know this. Capricorn is Saturn's own house, Mars exaltation, Jupiter's debilitation. Saturn is Jupiter's Mola Trikona sign, and Leo is Sun's Mola Trikona sign. So other important points which we have to remember, okay, with regard to interesting partisan discussions. Now you see relationship of the planet helping the Lagna with respect to the Rasi Lord according to Bharat Parasara Hora Shastra Bhava Lordship concept. So you see, for Aries Lagna, Mars being the life path planet is auspicious. For Taurus Lagna, Mercury is less auspicious. Mercury is less auspicious. For Gemini Lagna, Sun is evil. For Cancer Lagna, Venus is evil. For Leo Lagna, Jupiter is auspicious. For Virgo Lagna, Saturn is neutral. For Libra Lagna, Mars is Maraka or even killer, evil or killer. So Scorpio Lagna, Mercury is evil. For Sagittarius Lagna, Sun is auspicious. For Capricorn Lagna, Venus is auspicious. And for Aquarius Lagna, Jupiter is evil. And Pisces, Saturn is evil. Because either they are second or eighth lords. That is why. So this is what I was actually talking here. Except for Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Leo lagnas, the planets that help reinforce life path of the remaining 8 lagnas are either evil or maraka houses for this for those houses. So that means, except these four lagnas, Mars, Aries lagna, Leo lagna, Sagittarius lagna, and Capricorn lagna, for all other lagnas, something not easy for them to take up the transformation or the reinforcement of life, whatever comes at that time in their dasa antar dasas. So sometimes it is very painful, sometimes it's less painful, but some or other pain will be there, not necessarily it is smooth. So they have to work hard, they have to face the challenges, they have to put in more efforts, then only they get the results. But whereas Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Capricorn lagna people, with less efforts they'll be able to get the results. That is what I mean to say by showing this evil or less auspicious. Now, there is a trend here. We know that for Leo, Cancer, Lagnas, Mars is a Yoga Karaka planet. Similarly, for Capricorn and Aquarius Lagnas, Venus is a Yoga Karaka planet. So, Yoga Karaka is a planet that gives king like status for these Lagnas when he is placed in an angle or trine, in Kendra or Kona. But observe the table too, we will see how important Venus is for the Capricorn ascendant. You see, Capricorn Venus is more actually most auspicious because not only he is a Yoga Karaka, because from Capricorn Lagna, Venus is the 5th and 10th Lord Yoga Karaka, and also life path planet. Venus is the life path planet. So Venus gets double point of focus for Capricorn ascendant. So now whoever attended this session, if you are having Capricorn Lagna, you can check all good things in your life happened during the Dasa, Antardasa, Prachantar Dasa, Sukshmantar Dasa of Venus only. All the major changes and all good changes with all good changes. So similarly, this finding adds Jupiter and Sun to this pattern for Leo and Saturn ascendants respectively. So for Leo ascendant, Jupiter is the life path planet. For Jupiter ascendant, Sagittarius ascendant, okay, Sun is the life path planet. So there also, though it is not Yoga Karaka, but it is going to help the native. For all Sagittarius people, everything happened good in their life, transformation or change or major change, whatever they call it as, which is very happy for them. He is in the Dasa, Antardasa, Prachadasa of Sun. Same way for Sun, that is Leo Lagna people, everything happened good thing in their life as a transformation or a change of for better must have happened in the Jupiter Dasa, Antardasa, Prachantardasa for those Leo Lagna people. So you understand the concept now. Okay, then I think if I show some examples, you will be able to appreciate the concept. Furthermore, Furthermore, there are only 4 lagnas. Aries, Capricorn, Leo, and Sagittarius are being helped by natural friends and auspicious planets for those lagnas. That you know, because Aries is Mars, Capricorn is Venus, Leo is Mars, and Sagittarius again Venus kind of Sagittarius. Okay. So this makes me wonder if other lagnas will struggle or go through difficult circumstances during the dasa of the planets that reinforce their life path, yet finding their destiny along the way. Yes, that is what my experience says, and the charts I have verified. Yes, with the difficulty, with the facing the challenges, with putting in extra hard work, only they are able to achieve those things. This means that that a planet that is not a natural friend or auspicious planet for that lagna may not readily help to find the destiny for that particular lagna. So if that planet is not happens to be a friend, okay, or auspicious, then it gives lot of struggle to the native to achieve whatever he is supposed to achieve during the dasa antar dasa at that time or at the time of the transformation is taking place. So, in other words, the planets helping lagnas Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. Aquarius, and Pisces are not pole sectors for that Lagna. That means the native has to struggle. This you can connect it to the past life karma also and see past life karma of the native, where Ketu is posited, where Rahu is posited, and then you can check how the past life karma is. Then you will understand how why these people are struggling to accept the change in their life, whereas why they are accepting easily the change, whatever transformation happening in their life. So they can be treated as running a deficit, all factors equal. So that means they are not getting things easily. So what does it mean? They have to struggle. They have to face the challenges. They have to put in extra efforts. They have to wait for the right time to get the right results. For that, they have to pray God and they have to believe in God and have post confidence in God. Apart from doing whatever they are supposed to do. So, like in all Vedic Jyotish techniques, we make sure to check with several systems before we make any predictions. So, this technique is just another way to confirm our predictions using other systems. I am not trying to say that this is one technique is sufficient. This is definitely added information to the techniques what you follow for prediction. Sometimes, when you are unable to predict with the help of the planetary position in a horoscope, you can take the help of this life path planet and understand and able to give prediction. So this helps you in giving the deciding the correct point and giving the prediction to the native. Never rely on one just system to deliver the complete results. This anyway, it has been a motto of ICAS. ICAS stalwarts and ICAS seniors have been telling us, don't just rely on one system. They always tell us to, check in the other systems too and try to get the results. Say, for example, if you are looking at Vimshotri Dasa, you can also take the help of Yogini Dasa and check with that. Also, you can take Astaka Varga, you can check that, and you can take Jaimini. So you can check in all these four, and then you can confirm, yes, this is happening more or less. The period may be slightly changing here and there, but obviously it is indicating the same. That means in all the four, it is indicating same means it is pakka. So if Bhavad Bhava works for predicting future Bhavas, does that mean a Bhuta Bhava exists to study the past life of a person from a given Bhava in question? I don't know. This is what I thought. So I don't know how to see also. So anybody in the seniors, anybody seniors can help me to understand this, and then I do my research and come back with that. So more research needs to be done in this area to stretch this technique even further. So whatever I noticed, whatever I read, and whatever I understand, I researched and I present in front of you the observations, the patterns, which are very interesting, and also the combinations and the results. So I put it in front of you, and I request all of you to do further research and get back to me with your results of research, which will help me, fine tune this for all of us. Okay. Before I get to the case studies, I can take up few questions if you have any so far, because I can confirm that concept in the examples.
Uh, we have one question, sir.
Yeah.
I will display. शनि मीन लग्न के लिए शुभ कैसे हो सकता है? हाउ इज सैटर्न ऑस्पिशियस फॉर मीन लग्न?
Is not auspicious. That is what I told in the presentation. You see, Meena Lagna, right? For Meena
Yes.
Lagna, Saturn is evil. I showed here in the presentation. Saturn is evil, so they have to struggle. He is the life path planet. He reinforces the life of the native Meena Lagna people. So these people have to struggle. Though he is a friend, okay, though he is a neutral, but according to BHPS, he is the evil because he is the 12th lord for that lagna. So he is not friend. So he is evil only. That's why I said only four, that is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. Sagittarius and Capricorn are the only lagnas. The planets are friends. Rest of them either evil or neutral.
Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. Only one question we have.
Okay. So then
You
can I
can
go ahead
continue,
with
sir.
examples? Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can continue.
See the first case study. This is uh, this is actually a doctor, endocrinologist. This doctor is an endocrinologist. He put in his, he's a surgeon also. So he put in his service about 20 plus years in the same department. He became the department head and he did lot of things. So during the Dasa, running Dasa, Jupiter, Sun Dasa, Antardasa, his first change came totally. This gentleman actually uh, moved into totally a different transformation has come like this transcendental movement. So you must have heard about this in US. 1 minute. I will. Okay. He's an endocrinologist. Very successful and major shift in his career is 1985. So during 1985, 21st February 1985 to 14th November 1985, at that time, Jupiter Sun Dasa is going on. His first change came. So what happened? He moved out of allopathy and he became the uh, president of American Association of Ayurvedic Medicine. He became the president of that. He is in the allopathic uh, side. He's a endocrinologist, surgeon, and served about so many years. So his name is Deepak. He was successful endocrinologist. But in that during that period, transcendental meditational movement, TM movement it is called. So he actually became the president of that American Association of Ayurvedic Medical Medicine. So a complete shift from one line of activity to another line of activity. That is what I mean to say. The transformation is change, complete change. So you see, his lagna is Aquarius lagna. So what is the life path planet? 11. This is the 11th house from natural zodiac. If you take lagna Aries as the first house, Kumbha is the 11th house. So if you take this Bhavat Bhavam, from this you have to take 11th to 11th. 11th to 11th is Jupiter, that is Sagittarius. So Jupiter is his life forcing planet or life path planet. Where is he posited? He posited in the ninth house along with the third lord and 10th lord. Also the fifth and ninth lord Mercury, fifth and ninth lord Mercury, no, fifth and eighth lord, sorry, fifth and eighth lord Mercury, and eighth lord Sun and Jupiter. Jupiter is posited with all these planets. So his first change, which is a major change from shifting from one area which is totally contrast to another area. He is being a allopathy surgeon, moved out of that allopathy into Ayurvedic medicine, American Association of Ayurvedic Medicine, and he became the president. So that is his first change. That is how it happened. So totally a different change, totally a different field. So after that, he got another change. That means he could not settle there. So he got another change from 11th February 1994 to 21st November 94. During that period, when Jupiter, Venus, Ketu Dasa, in the same Jupiter life path planet Dasa and Venus Antar Dasa and Ketu Prachantar Dasa, he got another change. So he resigned from that position. So again in January 94, he had another major shift when he parted ways from the transcendental meditation movement and branched out of it, and he started his own. So he was initially in the being allopathic surgeon. He shifted totally into Ayurvedic, and in the second major change, even he shifted from that transcendental movement and started something on his own. So this is how the major change has took place and gave him lot of struggle. So it was a comfortable life, but he himself, got into that other position and struggled, could not settle there for a while. So I think 9 years he was there approximately, and then he left that position, started on his own, and continued. So this is how the change of the reinforcement of life or change given by the life path planet or influence of the life path planet is seen in this particular horoscope. Okay, let's go to second chart. Now the second chart, this is, I think you must have already understood this chart. This is Srila Prabhupada, the Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada, who is the founder of ISKCON, his chart. So a long standing tradition in India has been the his autobiography. As per his autobiography, it is stating that in 1950 he adopted the Vanaprastha. Vanaprastha means what? He has completed all his responsibilities and doesn't want to get into the materialistic related things. So he retired from whatever he does. He used to do business or something like that. He came out of that, handed over to his sons or his children, and came out of that and stopped taking care of any materialistic things. Vanaprastha. So retired life. Thus, retiring from home and family in order to devote more time to his studies. He wanted to do some studies spiritually, so he retired. What is the dasa? Saturn, Rahu, Venus dasa. You look at his uh, Lagna, it is Capricorn Lagna. So you see that, in the Lagna Lord dasa, in that Rahu Antara dasa, suddenly he has taken decision. So Rahu dasa and Venus is connected, Venus dasa. So he took Vanaprastha, retired from materialistic life and started devoting his life towards spirituality. That is the first change. In 1959, he took sannyasa. He took sannyasa, the renounced order of life. He changed his life completely. He took sannyasa. That is in the Mercury Venus Dasa. So if you look at it, in the Mercury Venus Dasa, who is the sixth and ninth Lord? Sixth and ninth Lord, Mercury Dasa. He took sannyasa and then started ISKCON and continued with that. So operating dasa at that time would have been Venus Bhukti and Mercury Mahadasa. So another significant connection between fifth and ninth in relation to literary works and publishing. So he wrote so many books. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada, he has written, what do you call, explanation on Bhagavad Gita. That is very famous. ISKCON Bhagavad Gita is very famous. And also he wrote so many books. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada has written so many books. So on the Krishna consciousness. So another significant connection, that is fifth and ninth lord. See, you see, his fifth lord is Venus, is posted along with the ninth lord in the ninth house. So that is the connection. Lagna lord is in the 10th house. So that actually made him to get into spiritual life. He is out of his interest. So fifth house of literary works is supported by ninth, which gives the opportunity to publish such works. So he has ability to write. Uh, he what do you call, his books also published. In today's climate, of course, they includes all media. This is all in today's climate. You can connect it to media, magazines, internet publications, etc. So that is how the transformation. Two times the transformation. First transformation is retiring from materialistic world and getting into Vanaprastha ashrama and devoting his time to spiritual studies. And in second, 1959, he took sannyasa and totally coming out of the family life and materialistic life and devoting his life towards spirituality. Started ISKCON and ISKCON movement and developed that, and also wrote so many books and vyakhyanas for the some of the like Bhagavad Gita and other things. So that is how the transformation took place in his life. Okay, let's take the next example. This is Rabindranath Tagore. So Rabindranath Tagore, you see this Lagna is Mena Lagna. So Saturn is going to be the life path planet for him. And also, see, I'm not getting into the other analyzation of the chart and what made him to write that, Gitanjali, and whether he is a poet or not. I'm not confirmed because it is already can be seen from the chart. So he got his Nobel Prize also during that. So in 1913, approximately in the Moon Mahadasa, he got the Nobel Prize. Okay, receiving Nobel Prize, the first non-European to receive this award. So that is a major shift. So he wrote that book, and maybe writing the book maybe started in the life path planet Dasa, and he got that award and all. So if you look at his life, you can see that changes. He also started Santi, what do you call, uh, what is that name? Indira Gandhi also studied there. Okay, so the artistic school he started there in Bengal, and it is continuing now also. Uh, and he wrote so many other, like the national anthem also written by him, and so many other books, other poetry written by him. Okay. Now I wanted to show you two live examples who I come across recently. After understanding this concept and applying this concept, I got these two. Number one is this. This gentleman is still alive. He retired recently from the central government job. So initially, during his childhood, he struggled a lot. He struggled a lot, and he used to earn money through tuitions and other means to pay his school and college fees. So uh, so that was the struggle he had. And during the dasa, because he born with Aslesha Nakshatra, so Mercury dasa and Ketu dasa, he struggled a lot. For competitive exams also, he could not get the proper training and all, so somehow he managed because of lack of money. So surprisingly, he got a central government job at the age of 23 years. So when you look at that, that happened during Venus Mahadasa. Because he started his career, his life with Mercury Mahadasa and Ketu Mahadasa until 22 years. 23rd year, the Venus Mahadasa started. And see here it is Capricorn Lagna, and he is the 5th and 10th Lord Yoga Karaka, and placed in the 4th house along with Jupiter. Okay, and aspecting the 10th house. So that is why during the Mahadasa he got the central government job, and later all his financial problems have been solved out. He got married, he constructed a house, he bought a car. In all these things, all these things happened during the Venus Dasa. So he enjoyed total transformation. So what was he before getting the job, before getting the Venus Mahadasa, and what is he today is totally contrast change, a total transformation with respect to financial position and other things. Okay, that is how the life path planet is going to play an important role in one's life. So after that, not only that, after retirement also, he he went to abroad twice because his son is working in America. So he got an opportunity to see him twice, and he also bought another flat. He also changed his car. That means he's still continuing in the Mars Mahadasa. In the Mars Mahadasa, that is the fourth house Lord Dasa. Venus gave him all these things again, 2 years. In the Mars Mahadesa, approximately 2 years, Venus Antardesa will be there. During Venus Antardesa, all these things happened. He went twice, he bought a flat, he bought another car, etc., etc. happened. So this is how the life path planet changes the transformation takes place in one's life. This person is still alive, and his friend is our ICA student. Now, another interesting chart. This boy, he born on April 25th, 1986. He is also Makar Lagna. 25th April 1986. He studied, and he doesn't have any financial problem, so he studied engineering and worked only 2 years. After that, suddenly he decided to quit this materialistic life and join ISKCON. Don't know what happened, but he always, right from the childhood, he is more spiritual, not interested to do anything extra. Only because of the parents' force, he studied engineering and worked for 2 years, but he did not like this materialistic life. So he is also into deep meditation. So one day he was actually, uh, according to him, when I spoke to his parents, they told that this boy got a dream, and in that, Mata Durga instructed him to come into spiritual life. That's what he felt. So he felt, and then he decided to go. So he left the home and joined in ISKCON for some time. Then he left to Himalayas for some time and came back. Currently, he's based in Pune. So his currently is based in Pune. He worked in, on behalf of ISKCON. He worked in, even in foreign countries. But he took sannyasa in, ISKCON. There are two ways to serve in ISKCON. So this is completely sannyasa. He's not interested anymore in the materialistic life or parents or any relations. So he took sannyasa. Now he is being named as Swami Kumar Krishna Das. He is currently there in Pune branch. ISKCON Pune branch is working there. That is his base. Okay. So he did meditation at Himalayas and is continuing his services with them. So this transformation took place in the Lagna Lord Desert Saturn and Antardesa and Saturn Venus Prachantra Desa. Saturn Venus. So this, that is on the, uh, 2008 he finished his graduation. 2010, until 2010 he worked. In 2010 September, suddenly decided to quit from this life. So you see his Lagna, second house is Jupiter, and 10th house you see the moon at Ketu, spiritual. Mercury is debilitated, and fourth house has got Rahu and Sun. If you look at this D20, then you can see that it is, Gemini Lagna. Mercury is positioned there, and in the his fifth lord Venus is positioned in the ninth house Aquarius. I'm talking about D20. Aquarius, and ninth lord Saturn is positioned in the fourth house. So completely indicating spiritual life. Here you see fourth house is afflicted, so he has to leave the house. Fourth house is afflicted, so he has to leave the house. So he left the house and for a betterment for spiritual life. So this transformation took place in the Saturn Venus Prachantardesa. So see, he got attracted towards spiritual life of, ISKCON and joined in 2010. Went to Himalayas for meditation. On behalf of ISKCON, he worked in foreign countries. Presently, he is based at Pune. His name is Swami Kumar Krishna Das. So this is how the Life Path Planet is giving results. So I have given you positive results. Negative results you can check with, because all with the remaining planets either evil or neutral. Evil or inauspicious, not neutral, inauspicious. So they must have been struggling or struggled in their life to accept this change. Now I complete my presentation, so I can take up any questions.
No questions are there, sir.
Okay.
So,
That means they
thank you.
understood well or they did not understand anything.
No, no, sir, you have explained very well, sir. So, very nicely explained the concept of Bhavat Bhavam, how Apaklimas, Panapara Bhavas, Kendra planets helping us life path planet for the native. And you have very well explained the natural apoklimas help the natural panapara lagnas of the natural zodiac. Similarly, panaparas kendras help the apoklima lagnas, and very well explained the life path planet for each ascendant. So thank you very much, sir, for enlightening us with your knowledge. And on behalf of ICA's organization, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Honorable National President Sri A.B. Shukla sir, National President Sri Rangachari sir, our Registrar Vishwanath Hola sir, and our resource person Dr. Satya Peri sir for enlightening us with his knowledge and insight into this topic, Life Path Planet. My sincere thanks to entire COE team for hosting this event, and thanks to all the participants who made this event a memorable one. Finally, I would like to thank all of you present here for making this time to be with us today and helping us making this event a grand success. Our webinar will be on every second and fourth Saturday of every month. And until then, keep watching and learning from our videos. Thank you, one and all. We will be meeting on the fourth Saturday of this month. Thank you all.